Hello and welcome to the Science of Healthy Weight Loss with Dr. Stanley K Bernstein, a podcast that will demystify, deconstruct, and detail the journey to healthy weight loss and a healthier you. Dr. Bernstein has made it his life work to study the science of healthy weight loss. Over the past 50 years, his program has helped hundreds of thousands of people lose millions of pounds of excess weight and restore their health. Through his methods, his patients can lose up to 20 pounds every month, which can help improve their associated medical problems and even get some people off their medications altogether. Our series will examine all the angles of losing weight properly, how the science works, the health benefits, why support is so important, how to keep those pounds from creeping back on, and much more. We thank you for joining us. Now, let's start losing weight. Weight loss is a multi-billion-dollar industry. There is no shortage of methods, claims, promises, pills, and potions being touted constantly around the world. Some are obviously ridiculous, and some could be promising. So how do you know how to separate the fact from the fad and put your trust in something? On this episode, Dr. Stanley K Bernstein will explain why most other diet methods may have failed and why trusting science is the best way to achieve your goal of healthy weight loss. He strongly believes that you can do this with the proper methodologies, support, and supervision. A healthier, slimmer you is inside and just waiting to break through. On our last couple of episodes, Dr. Bernstein has explained the science behind healthy weight loss, specifically what happens inside our body when we gain weight and when we lose weight. He's also explained the health benefits of losing that excess weight, getting healthier today so your future self will thank you. A poll conducted in Europe asked 2,000 participants how many times they try to diet. The results? On average, 2 diets every year. And the participants admitted they abandoned their efforts after just 6 days. Sound familiar? Clearly, we are not the only ones having trouble trying to lose weight. Today, let's talk about Dr. Stanley Bernstein's medically supervised approach. The general idea of dieting is to eat fewer calories than you need to live on. Your body will make up the deficit calories from your fat stores, resulting in weight loss. Seems fairly simple. So why is success so elusive? In many cases, diets do not have the proper amount of proteins, carbohydrates, and fats, and not enough vitamins, minerals, and insufficient total calories. Not having the proper amount of nutrients makes us feel hungry, fatigued, frustrated. The list goes on and on. So, we give up on the diet, start eating what we think is normal again, and the body packs back on the weight, and in some cases, even more than you lost in the first place. Dr. Bernstein further explains.
99% of our patients have been on other diets before they come to us. And they tell us about their frustration from trying a diet. It's hard to follow the foods. They get hungry right away. They get episodes of feeling tired and weak and dizzy and lightheaded. They find that after 3 or 4 weeks of being on the diet, their weight loss hits a brick wall, they hit plateaus, they don't lose very well, or they find that they're losing a lot of weight off their face and not so much off their abdomen, their waist and hip areas as they'd like to, and they're running into malnutrition, and then they get frustrated and they quit. And then the worst problem is after they lose weight for a month or 2 even, and they try to eat normally again, their body rebounds and puts the weights back on again, and it's all been for nothing. So part of our explanation to patients is to see if they've had some of these unfortunate experiences and to explain to them the chemistry of how our program works to prevent them from having a poor weight loss and prevent rebound weight gain that helps increase the way they burn stored fat and doesn't get into burning their muscle or protein, and to increase their health all the way through.
Have you heard of the word hangry, which is hungry and angry put together? This describes the irritability that comes when our blood sugar gets too low and we can only focus on finding a quick fix to satisfy those immediate and overpowering cravings. So imagine a diet program that keeps your blood sugar levels more stable, eating real food that is good for our body chemistry, satisfies our hunger, and in the right amounts that allow our body to lose weight in a healthy manner without being sabotaged by our moods. Dr. Bernstein tells us how it works.
We teach our patients to eat properly, the right type of foods. We want them learning to eat properly for the rest of their life and to get used to portion control while they're doing the program. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me to teach them how to eat a package of, say, high protein, and at the end of the day, they don't know how to eat regular food. They're not going to live on packaged proteins or packaged meals for the rest of their life. They have to learn how to eat properly. We send them blood requisitions. They have to go to the lab. We'll send them out for their testing, such as a chest x-ray or electrocardiogram or liver function tests. And by the way, that's another disease that happens. We get patients who, being overweight, have fatty liver disease. They've stored a lot of fat in the liver, and that damages their liver cells that can create problems as they get older. And if the liver gets damaged too much, they need a liver transplant or run into trouble. We pick it up early with the blood tests that we do. We see enzymes, and we may send them for ultrasound of their abdomen and check the size of the liver and the fatty content. And we see that with weight loss, with our weight loss, when we recheck their fatty liver disease, we do an ultrasound after they've lost a chunk of weight, there has always been significant improvement in the state of fatty liver to the point where it won't hurt them as they get older.
And that means buying and eating real grocery store foods, vegetables, fruits, and protein that suits everyone, including vegetarian diets and pescatarian diets. Knowing what to buy is one part of the puzzle. Knowing how to prepare your meal properly, another.
We're monitoring them through the weight loss. They learn to prepare their foods properly, to, say, have a piece of chicken breast that the fat's been taken off, the skin's been taken off before they cook it. They don't use any oils in the cooking, and we teach them how to weigh their food, and they can end up eating that way for the rest of their life. They don't have to eat things out of a box or a can for the rest of their life. So portion control becomes easier for them when they learn to do it during their weight loss program.
So the path to healthy weight loss takes commitment and a trusted process backed by science to ensure your success. And the commitment is much easier to keep up when you feel well and see results quickly and consistently. Tracking what we eat is very important as well. Being self-aware of everything we are putting into our mouths can be surprising when you see it all listed in front of you at once. Dr. Bernstein says there's another important reason for keeping a food diary.
We want them to write out everything they're eating every day, and we assess it. Our nurses and physicians who are monitoring the patient will see what they're eating, the amounts and portions that they record it, so that we can make adjustments as necessary. We teach them what they should be eating on a daily basis, and then we monitor to make sure they're doing that. And we monitor to make sure they're drinking enough liquids every day, and we are very specific with what real foods they can eat and what they should not be eating. We put limits on all of the things so that they know that they can have, say, 16 ounces of vegetables a day, but the vegetables do not include potatoes and carrots and corn and peas.
Those starchy or sugary vegetables can be emotionally satisfying, and they're not bad foods. There are just better options for us. Dr. Bernstein has another component to take on healthy weight loss that some other diets don't: vitamin and mineral supplements. Vitamins and mineral supplements, in conjunction with eating the right foods, are used to help ensure our body has the additional amounts required to provide adequate nutrition for our body to function properly and to aid in the process of breaking down fatty tissue. This results in a rapid, healthy weight loss that keeps us feeling well, energetic, and motivated. And this isn't a new method. As we stated in the beginning when we asked, "Who do you trust?" Trust is earned. There is not a quick fix. The science of healthy weight loss has been around for decades, as Dr. Bernstein tells us.
Back in the 60s when I was in medical school, the standard of treatment for obesity at the time was putting patients on amphetamines to try to speed up their metabolism. This was full of complications, side effects, and very poor results. I started looking for other methods of creating weight loss that could be helpful to most of my patients. One of my cousins had been to California and visited a friend there, and they went to see a physician who was using an injection treatment for losing weight, and my cousin had come back and lost 20-odd pounds during the summer. And I had tried to get her to lose weight previously, and she couldn't follow a diet carefully. She nibbled and tasted a lot, was not all that motivated. But I was impressed at how she lost weight. I got the name of the physician she had seen in California, called him up, and he told me that his process of injection treatments, he learned that at the American Society of Bariatric Physicians.
The American Society of Bariatric Physicians was educating physicians on this kind of weight loss, so Dr. Bernstein traveled to the medical convention, learned what they were doing, and brought the knowledge and strategy home with him to offer it to his overweight patients, and he has continued working to revise and improve the program over the years. The results were impressive.
I can get 75% of patients losing almost all their excess weight and getting down to an extremely healthy level, and about 85% of the patients becoming extremely healthy. So it's become a wonderful program for patients, and over the years, as some of the patients lost weight, friends of theirs were asking what they were doing, how they lost it, and they ended up referring their friends, and we just got very busy. And so within a handful of years of getting into the diet area, I got extremely busy that I ended up working in the diet area and giving up my family practice. And I've been focusing on weight loss with patients ever since the early 1970s.
Dr. Bernstein estimates his team has treated over 750,000 patients since he focused in on the diet practice. With other programs still at about the 5% success range on average, his method achieves a 75% success rate. According to internal customer service surveys, 98% of the respondents said that they lost weight on the program. 80% said that their weight loss was what they expected or better. 3 out of 4 said that they would refer a family or friend to the program. And the great thing is, you're not doing it alone. There's support in every inch of the way, pardon the pun. You will be supported, overseen, and treated by specially trained nurses and doctors who are experienced with the program and who have worked with many patients just like you. They analyze medical evaluations, including urinalysis and blood tests, to ensure you are losing weight properly and quickly. Appropriate lab testing is done throughout the diet to monitor your weight loss progress and to diagnose and manage any associated illnesses, including diabetes, high cholesterol, and high blood pressure, and to ensure that all body functions are working normally or are improving. The team will help you stay focused, and if you have difficulty, they will help you get back on track. With Dr. Bernstein, you change your approach, and instead of saying, I can't eat that, you instead say, I don't eat that. It's tips like that which will enable you to lose weight right this time. Think of all those other times as practice runs. Dr. Bernstein really wants to help you help yourself.
It's become a wonderful program for patients. The quality of and types of specific foods that we put our patients on, the vitamins and the minerals that we provide for our patients. As I mentioned earlier, about 99% of patients that come to us have been on other diet programs, and many of them have been on several diet regimes, whether they've tried a diet program on their own, whether they've done it with a physician, whether they've done it with one type of diet pill supplement or another. They found that they have not had the success that they wanted, and they try something different, and we're the next different thing. People realize that they can lose a lot of weight and stay very healthy, and they give it a try.
A bonus to being educated on choosing the right foods, preparing those foods correctly, eating portioned amounts, having support, and being accountable? How about success? Trust yourself when that little voice inside your head tells you not to give up. Dr. Bernstein's program comes to you, by the way. He explains how it works.
We have a method of treating the patients that is extremely effective. We send a kit out to our patients where They have to test their urine samples at home 3 times a week. We've taught them how to inject themselves with the vitamins and minerals 3 times a week, and they're on oral vitamins and minerals. Patients have been very happy to comply with the program, so it's quite easy process for them now. And the cost for the patient to do our program is cheaper. We get a lot of them coming to the program and joining us and continuing to stay on it because they do get the results. We do have a chance to monitor them and treat them. We send them blood requisitions. They have to go to the lab. And we are in communication with their family doctor as necessary.
There's a quote that says, "Self-trust is the first secret of success." Trust yourself that you can be successful and lose weight and keep it off. And most importantly, trust a program that has a proven track record of success. So, what have you got to lose? To learn more about all the benefits of healthy weight loss, visit www.drbdiet.com. That's drbdiet.com. Dr. Bernstein would also love to hear from you. Email him at podcasts@drbdiet.com. That's it for this episode. Thanks for listening. Stay healthy and join us for episode 4 as we continue to share more valuable expert information on the science of healthy weight loss with Dr. Stanley K Bernstein.